Today, guys, Tennessee is looking to take advantage of this game before resuming SEC play on the road next week.
Got to bounce back. You know, that's the number one job that they have. They focused on a lot of things this week that they didn't do well in that game. What'd you say? It came down to 3 plays of execution.
Yeah, it's really 3 plays. The field goal at the end of regulation. You had the 2-point conversion that we couldn't defend, and then the deep pass. On 4th and 7, Stockton made an incredible throw, great catch by the Georgia wide receiver. You know, to really put it in a real challenging situation for us to have to defend and go into overtime when we didn't score last. Momentum shifted to Georgia at that moment.
What's it like in the locker room now? You know what it's like to be the quarterback, to be the leader of this team. How does this team bounce back from such an emotional, physical game and get ready for this weekend?
It can really be a challenge because you come off such a high game of Georgia, mentally focused all week, and then you have a loss that we felt like we played well enough certainly to win that game, so it even hurts a little more. Then you go to a UAB and you think, man, we don't have to play as much. So I think from a quarterback standpoint, that's where you're going to see the true leadership of Joey Aguilar. At practice this week, he prepared just like he was ready to play Georgia all over again. So he was leading by example with his work ethic, and that separates a good quarterback from a great quarterback.
Mike, you spent a lot of time with the team. What did you see this week?
I think the team did what you would expect them to do in practice. They bounced back, Brittany. They had good intensity. Watched them practice yesterday. They practiced with the speed and the enthusiasm. I mean, all of the things you want to see. Here's my concern. A lot of plays last week. Lots. A lot of plays in that football game. Tennessee's defense was on the field for 87 snaps. Offense was on the field for a long time. The corners played a ton. The defensive tackles played a ton. I mean, everybody played so much. I think your worry is not so much are they mentally prepared, can they bounce back, all of those things from up here. I think the body is what I'm more concerned about, and why getting ahead in this game would be such a big factor, because if you get into the fourth quarter of this game and it's really competitive, that physical toll from a massive SEC game could show up. That's what I'm most concerned about.
And you got a big challenge on the road back in SEC play next week. Okay, how about so much that looked so good for the Vols last weekend? What did you see that has you excited for the future of this season?
The receivers. I think I
would totally agree.
Yeah, the receivers, because I spoke with a friend of mine in the NFL before the Georgia game, and I asked him, quite frankly, list their best SEC prospects on Georgia's team. He gave me 10. 8 of them were on defense. 3 of them, Brittany, were in the secondary.
That's right.
Chris Brazzell, Mike Matthews, and Braylon Staley beat guys who are going to play on Sunday, Heath.
Yes, they did.
That tells you that especially Brazzell made money last week.
They certainly did. And we talked about it a couple of weeks ago. We talked about that receiving core. That was our big question mark. Offensively, are they going to be able to step up? If you look at what has happened, certainly with Matthews, and those older guys have had now another year in this system to be able to go in and play and understand where they need to be, because most people don't realize, just like the quarterback, they have to read the protection. They have to read those coverages exactly the way a quarterback, where they can be on the same page. And that's been the difference maker, because oftentimes they can get to the right spot, but they're thinking about it.
So
and it has to become a reaction.
Brazzell is in his second year in the program. Matthews in his second year in the program. Staley in his second year in the program, Brittany. And so all of those guys being basically new, regardless of their age, they're able to pass along the good and the bad to Travis Smith and to Joakim Dotson, who are going to also have to play now, especially with Radarius Jackson being out for a period of time.
What do you think that says about Joey Aguilar?
Joey Aguilar just keeps doing what he does. I mean, we've gotten out of him exactly what you knew you would get off the field, even more on the field, I think is the key.
How about